Welcome to the Sportsource Game of the Week post-game coaches show. We've got all the reactions, breakdowns, and behind-the-scenes insights coming your way. Sportsource starts now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sportsource Friday Night Lights. I'm your host, Bryson Scruggs, joined by Cooper Burke and Carter Braun. We're at Slaughterfield at Athens Academy. Tonight, the Athens Academy Spartans defeated the John Milledge Trojans 28-14 after a lightning delay. Cooper, what was the first half theme tonight?
I thought Athens Academy did a great job being physical, especially at the line of scrimmage. Let's take a look at the highlights.
Keon Stanford and the Spartans wasted no time making the defense pay, getting the ball in space and racing to the house for a 35-yard touchdown to open the score. Elijah Eccles gets way extended to deny the Trojans their first opportunity at scoring points. Winning the line of scrimmage was crucial for Athens Academy. His great blocking paved the way for Zay Prince to walk in untouched for the second score of the game. Junior strong safety Grayson Stafford gets way up over the receiver to come down with a big interception in the red zone to take it to the half.
Quarterback Chapman was a huge part of their physical running game, along with their big downhill back, Zay Prince.
Carter, what about the second half? What was tonight's theme?
Well, the second half was a lot more sloppy than the first, with some more turnovers. Let's take a look.
Athens Academy received the ball to start the third quarter and continued to feed their star running back, Zay Prince, who delivers this hard-nosed run to set the tone in the second half, taking multiple John Milledge Academy defenders to bring him down. And why feed just one star when you have two, as Chapman finds Keon Stanford on a 39-yard touchdown to finish off the drive for the Spartans and put them up 21-0. And after forcing a punt, Athens Academy received the ball again, drove right down the field, and Zay Prince will cap it off, punching it in on second and goal from a yard out, bringing this score to 28-0. He finished the day with over 140 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Have yourself a day, Zay Prince. But John Milledge Academy said that they are not going down without a fight, as on the ensuing kickoff, Bryce McDonald takes it and runs down the sideline, outrunning every single Spartan defender for a John Milledge Academy touchdown in their first 6 points of the game. The Trojans actually did get the ball back after forcing a fumble, and quarterback Lewis Cheney will drop back to pass from the shotgun, air the ball out deep, and that one will be intercepted by senior defensive back Ben Bush, which should put the nail in the coffin in this game tonight. Despite Cheney finding Parker Solte from 8 yards out with less than a minute to go, as you can see right here, Athens Academy will hold on for the win, 28-14. Athens Academy will improve to 3-1 on this season as they hand John Milledge Academy their first loss of the year as well.
Despite giving up those 14 late points, Athens Academy really held on and showed that they're the team to beat this season, Bryson.
Yes, they did. Coming up next, we'll be joined by John Milledge Academy's head coach and our players of the game. Welcome back to Sportsource Friday Night Lights. Our very own sideline reporter, Jake Brannon, is with John Milledge Academy head coach, JT Wall.
I'm here with Trojans head coach JT Wall. Coach, so tonight didn't go as planned, but how do you help the guys move on from this and prepare for next week?
They came out and they fought. That's the number one thing we told them at the end of the game is, we're proud of the way they fought. We felt like we played probably as sloppy as we could play offensively, and kind of shot ourselves in the foot a lot. Proud of the way the defense stayed in there and kept playing. Special teams gave us a spark there for a minute. The number one thing we want to see right now is them compete. We got plenty of time to clean all this stuff up.
Cooper, what are your thoughts on what you just heard?
Well, I thought Coach Wall was pretty spot on there. They struggled with the speed on the outside all day long and really needed to work on their turnovers.
Now let's send it to Maddie, who's with the players of the game.
I'm here with the players of the game tonight, Zay Prince and Keon Stanford. Zay, why was the run game so effective tonight?
Just following behind my blockers, really. That's all I really need to do, and they get me where I need to go, yardage.
Keon, you had a blocked field goal in the first quarter. How do you think that set the tone for tonight?
My coach always told me
it always matters about the field goal blocks. So we try to block it every time we get a chance to.
And what was y'all's focus going into this week?
Our focus was just contain, and just punch them. That's really what we need to do and get yardage down the field.
So y'all's defense has been very dominant this season. How have y'all been able to maintain that?
By trusting our linebackers about filling gaps, and our secondary by filling gaps. Really just trusting our players.
So y'all started out this game with a rain delay. How were y'all able to maintain that focus, and what were the conversations kind of like in the locker room?
We had a rain delay last week in Savannah Country Day, so we was prepared for it. We always prepare for anything like this.
Well, thank y'all for y'all's time, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Carter, what are your thoughts on what you just heard?
Well, first of all, thank you, Maddie. And I think that Keon Standifer and Zay Prince definitely really showed who they were today in all aspects of the game. Standifer blocked that kick early, as we mentioned, and he ended the game recovering the onside kick that would eventually lead his team to the win. I think those two really showed out tonight.
Yes, they did. Coming up next, we will be joined by Athens Academy head coach. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Sportsource Friday Night Lights. I'm joined here by Athens Academy head coach Joshua Alexander. Coach, you guys improved to 3-1 tonight. What were your immediate takeaways from tonight's game?
We were proud of it was a team effort. The whole football team played well tonight. You know, there were times that we sort of pitter-pattered around, but I mean, that's part of it. You got to fight through it. But we love the way our kids came out and played physical on defense, and we challenged them. You know, that was the first touchdown they'd given up in 3 weeks. That last one right here, so they were sort of heartbroken over that. But it was a good team effort.
You brought up the defense. So since that week 1 loss that you guys suffered, the defense has really picked it up. What adjustments and improvements have you guys made to be so effective now?
You know, we were pretty chapped and embarrassed after the first week, and just challenged our kids. And they know that's not the style of football we play, and they came back the next week and have done a good job. And in practice has been really physical, and they've done a good job in practice and watching film and doing everything and making sure we cross the T's and dot the I's. It's a good senior group. And they mentor these young guys and sort of show them the way, and then we're just proud of them.
So you guys lost to this team last year. Coming into tonight's game, was it on the front of your mind to avenge the loss from last season?
You know, they're a good football team, and you know, anytime we get an opportunity to play a good football team, that's what we want to do, you know. So it was, they were physical, and we just tried to do the best we could with it.
Tonight, the run game was nearly unstoppable. Why was your run game so effective tonight?
You know, our offensive line was anchored by Buck, Tally. We got 3 seniors right there in the middle, and then a senior running back, and he does a good job with Zay. He ran hard this week.
So looking to next week, what is going to be your focus starting next week to improve and keep winning games?
Well, we got an off week. We got some bumps and bruises. We got to get better, you know, and just do that and go try to get better in some spots, you know, on the skill level. And, you know, we got pushed around towards the end of the game and talk about that.
Well, thank you very much, Coach. After this break, our analysts will join us to wrap up the show. Don't go anywhere and stay tuned. Welcome back to Sportsource Friday Night Lights. To wrap things up, let's get our final thoughts. Cooper, what did you think about tonight's game overall?
Well, a big question I had going into this game, Bryson, was the speed of Athens Academy's secondary. I really was interested to see how they would play outside the hash marks, and they answered a lot of great questions. They forced JMA to throw 3 picks tonight, their first 3 of the season, and, you know, they really forced JMA's quarterback into some questionable throws. So not only did they win, but they really answered a lot of questions that I had going into the game.
Yeah, that secondary was certainly a game changer tonight. Carter, what about you? What did you think about tonight's game overall?
I was really impressed by Athens Academy's physicality, Bryson. Not only did they block at the line of scrimmage and move the trenches, but their running backs finished their runs. In specific, Zay Prince. He had a really, really good game tonight, and I was impressed by just their physicality, but I will say that I did like how John Milledge Academy was able to bounce back at the end, score 14 points, and make that bus ride home a little bit more respectable.
And what's coming up next for both of these teams?
Yeah, so John Milledge Academy will go play Bullock Academy next week. Athens Academy has a bye week next week, and after the bye, they will play Commerce. Bryson?
Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next week.